Hey guys, what's up? This is the Mapped Out Gamer here, and today I kind of wanted to talk about Rainbow Six Siege. I got to play the beta last week, and it was pretty fun. I enjoyed it. However, I did see some flaws, and I kind of want to mention some fixes to those flaws, in this video. I'm not going to be going over basically a teardown of the entire game. It's going to be more of like a build-up. I don't want to be too negative. That's why I'm kind of implementing some fixes that hopefully can get implemented in the game. So let's talk about some Rainbow Six Siege, but let's play some Grand Theft Auto 5. Why Grand Theft Auto 5? Well, I did sign that NDA, the non-disclosure agreement with the beta, and I didn't want to risk, posting up some gameplay footage that I wasn't supposed to, so I'll just kind of mess around in Grand Theft Auto 5 and just talk about Siege. So, alright, so let's get started. So one of the flaws I wanted to bring up, this one was pretty easy. It was the Riot Shield. So the Riot Shield, basically gives you really good mobile cover. You only can equip a sidearm with it. So even some of the sidearms that you can equip with the Riot Shield are very strong. Having that mobile cover makes you extremely hard to hit. And even if you do get hit, you're hitting the Riot Shield. So there's nothing that's going to be penetrating the shield. And then you're just going to be able to kind of kill people as you kind of, do your pop shots with your sidearm. There was no way you kind of around the shield. Maybe you can aim for their feet, things like that. But just adding this mobile cover is very difficult to get around. And I have a feeling a lot of people are going to be taking advantage of this. There's not going to be enough counter weapons, to kind of take care of the shield to really balance it out. Here I'd like to implement a fix for maybe shotguns. I could probably, implement some, armor piercing bullets or maybe metal piercing bullets. That way they can easily take care of the riot shield and kind of add more balance to that. So maybe that'll get fixed. I don't know. We'll see. Another flaw I did see was the wait time in the lobbies. Now I know this was the beta testing environment, but the wait time in lobbies is going to vary. This isn't the final release, but I really found myself, looking at my phone or playing with my tablet just to kind of, take care of that downtime in between matches. Here's an area where Siege can actually fix something. I mean, it's not really broken, so it's not really a fix, but I'd like to see them implement something like a shooting range or perhaps a little arena of some sort to kind of test out your gadgets as well as your firearms. I found myself, trying some new weapons. I wanted to try a lot of different weapons out, but I wasn't able to test them until I actually got into a match. So I wasn't sure how powerful they were, how they felt. I mean, how was the recoil? Did I even like the weapon to begin with? And if I didn't even like the loadout, I was stuck with it for the entire match. And inevitably, it kind of lowered the gaming experience overall. So, something to kind of just a little playground to play around with all the gadgets, because there's tons of different things. There's like barbed wire. I mean, there's, different types of cover. There's all these different handguns. There's shotguns, a riot shield. There's so many different little gadgets and weapons. You really want to be able to have a place to test them all. I think implementing a shooting range or a little gadget area would be a perfect time in between those matches to be implemented. Moving on, I saw a lot of people rage quitting. This was another flaw I kind of saw, and there wasn't. Since I don't think there was any penalties that were actually implemented, for rage quitters. We definitely would need some type of punishment. I really don't like to use the word punishment, but just some type of a, negative stipulation that's put on the player, to kind of say, hey, don't quit, don't leave your team unbalanced, because Siege is really riding, on balanced, well-balanced, matches, 5v5 all the time would be ideal. And if we have people quitting, just because it's, 3 versus 4 or, 4 versus 5, and they don't like their team mid-match, it really lowers the gaming experience for everybody and for the entire community. So implementing maybe, maybe negative experience points, or they get a little dock, maybe a strike or something like that, or maybe even counting how many times these people have quit, in their stats, so people can actually look at their history and see, oh, maybe this person rage quitted here or things like that. Now I know, we do have, not so great, internet connection, so it may not be as fair, but I'm sure there's a way we can kind of work around those types of situations. So to wrap it up, one flaw was the riot shield. Hopefully we can kind of balance that out with perhaps a shotgun with some armor piercing bullets. And then we had wait time in lobbies. Hopefully Ubisoft can actually implement maybe a shooting range, some place where we can actually test out all the little gadgets. That would really help for wait times. And then we had penalties for rage quitters. Hopefully Siege can make up a really good system to really push players to not quit and to kind of see through this whole match and make sure everybody has a really good gaming experience. Let me know what you guys think on the comments below. Did you find any flaws? Were you able to play the beta? Go ahead and leave a comment below. Feel free to hit me up on Twitter at MappedOutGamer. Peace.